Every year, technology moves faster. New apps, new tools, new systems replacing old ones. And sometimes you look around and wonder, how is everything changing this quickly? Your phone updates, your job changes, the way people communicate shifts almost overnight. But here's the deeper question. Why does technological growth feel both exciting and strangely overwhelming at the same time?
Technology in the United States is advancing rapidly. Artificial intelligence, automation, digital platforms. Entire industries transform within a few years. From the outside, it looks like pure progress, faster communication, better tools, more information than any generation before. But inside the human mind, something more complex is happening. Your brain evolved in a world where change was slow. Villages stayed the same for generations. Work routines rarely shifted. Social structures remained stable. But now the pace is different. Software updates appear weekly. New technologies emerge every few months. Careers that existed 10 years ago disappear. This creates a quiet psychological tension. Your environment moves at digital speed. Your brain still processes the world at human speed. And when these two speeds collide, something interesting happens. You may feel excitement, but also pressure. A sense that you must constantly learn, constantly adapt, constantly keep up. Even rest begins to feel temporary because another update is always coming. Psychologists sometimes describe this as adaptation pressure. Your cognitive system must repeatedly update its understanding of the world. And while humans are remarkably adaptable, adaptation also consumes mental energy. So the question isn't only why technology grows quickly. The deeper question is, what does that speed do to the human mind? Feeling overwhelmed by rapid technological growth does not mean you are resistant to change. It means your brain is doing what it evolved to do. Human cognition is designed for pattern stability. Your mind builds models of how the world works. These models help you make predictions. For example, you learn how your workplace operates, how communication flows, how tools function. Once those patterns become familiar, your brain relaxes. But when technology changes constantly, those patterns break. And every time a pattern breaks, your brain must rebuild it. That process requires attention, energy, and time. So the discomfort many people feel isn't about technology itself. It's about continuous adaptation. Your mind is being asked to rebuild its understanding of the world again and again, and that constant rebuilding has psychological consequences.
To understand this more deeply, we need to look at how the brain processes novelty. The human brain contains reward systems designed to detect new information. When you encounter something novel, your brain releases dopamine. Dopamine increases curiosity and attention. This is why new technology feels exciting. A new device, a new app, a new system, your brain becomes alert. But novelty has a second effect. It also increases cognitive load. Cognitive load refers to the amount of mental effort required to process information. When technology changes, your brain must learn new interfaces, understand new rules, update old habits. Each of these tasks requires working memory, and working memory is limited. Think of your mind like a computer with limited RAM. If too many programs run at once, the system slows down. Technology adds powerful tools to society, but it also increases the number of processes your brain must manage. Emails, messages, notifications, platforms, updates. So, technological progress creates two simultaneous effects: excitement and overload. Your brain becomes both stimulated and exhausted, which raises an important question. How do humans stay mentally balanced in a rapidly evolving technological environment? Living with fast technology requires psychological strategies, not to reject progress, but to manage its impact on the brain. Here are 4 principles grounded in psychology. What to do: limit the number of digital inputs you interact with daily. Choose a few platforms intentionally, Why it works? Reducing inputs lowers cognitive load. Your brain processes information more efficiently when fewer signals compete for attention. Example, instead of checking 5 different apps throughout the day, you focus on 2 essential tools. Your attention becomes more stable. What to do? Create periods of uninterrupted focus. No notifications, no switching tasks. Why it works? Research in cognitive psychology shows that task switching drains mental energy. Sustained focus strengthens neural pathways associated with complex thinking. Example, you spend 1 hour working on a single task without checking messages. The quality of thinking improves. What to do? When learning new technology, move gradually. Avoid rushing to master everything instantly. Why it works? Memory consolidation occurs when information is processed slowly and repeatedly. Gradual learning reduces stress responses in the brain. Example, instead of learning a complex software system in one intense session, you explore one feature each day. Understanding becomes deeper. What to do? Regularly engage in activities that do not involve technology. Walking, reading physical books, face-to-face conversations. Why it works? Offline experiences activate different neural systems. They allow the brain's attention networks to recover from digital stimulation. Example, you take a walk without your phone. At first, your mind feels restless. Then, gradually, it becomes quiet. Think of the human mind as a river. Technology adds powerful currents to that river. Information flows faster. Opportunities increase, but if the current becomes too strong, the river becomes turbulent. The goal isn't to stop the current, it's to guide it by controlling information flow, protecting attention, learning gradually, and creating quiet spaces. You allow the river to move forward without becoming chaotic.
Technology in the United States will continue to grow rapidly. Innovation rarely slows down. New systems will appear. New tools will reshape work and communication, but the human brain will remain what it has always been: curious, adaptive, sensitive to change. The challenge is not keeping up with every new invention. The challenge is learning how to live with progress without losing mental balance. Because in the end, technology shapes the world around you, but your attention shapes the world inside you, and that inner world still moves at human speed.